Good afternoon, Seattle, and welcome to the Jopra Show. I'm Joe Jano, live in studio in beautiful Bellevue, Washington, on a fabulous sunny day here in Seattle, folks. 82 degrees and blue skies.
Dare to dream.
Dare to dream.
At least it's not snow.
Dare to dream, people. I'm Joe Jano, folks. Welcome to the Jopra Show. And today, Thursday, that's right, the town, the people, and the world are in my studio today, and we're going to cover lots of good stuff. We're going to talk about someone stealing this lady's chicken. We're going to talk about going to the University of Washington. And, of course, we got Oscar predictions today by yours truly, Lisa Martin, Joe Jano, and the king of prediction, Mr. Eric Ryder. Eric, what's the word?
Hey, I didn't know I was the king of prediction. I get a new title every week.
Hey,
I'm excited.
That's how it's got to be, right, Eric? We're just trying to,
I wish I could get briefed before the show is on.
So you're prepared?
I could line up, some predictions.
Right.
Winging it is what it's all about, right?
Hey, speaking of that, chicken's in the house today, man. Chicken is in the house. Bak, that's right.
That's my favorite. I love that one.
But today, man, we're going to cover lots of things, Lisa.
Yeah.
I've gone guru
I
on
know,
my
I
Oscar
saw the
stuff.
notes.
I've talked to my people. I called L.A. I talked to Ryan Seacrest. I mean, I went deep.
Oh, you did?
On my knowledge. I talked to Ben Affleck's wife. She gave me the inside scoop. So we're going to get serious today on that.
You and Jen got a little
Well, we just
talk
talked.
going on?
I asked Jen, I said, why can't you do a good movie? What's the problem?
Jen.
I mean, you're a good actress. Why can't you do a good movie?
Yeah, she does the young roles.
I don't get it. You know, she's like 48. Why can't she do some older movies?
48.
Right? And Ben, come on, my boy Ben. He's bad.
Yeah, he is.
He's bad.
Yeah.
But also today, man, on the show, on the Jopra Show, we got some cool things. I brought in Ericka Burke
I'm
from
really
Volunteer
excited.
Park Cafe. She's from my old hood up on Capitol Hill,
Yep.
the original hood.
The original.
And later on, I'm
Not
gonna tell you
the
about. I'm gonna
expanded
tell you
version?
about the old hood on Capitol Hill before we get to her, because you guys got to know. I got to tell you how it really truly was back in the days.
Yeah.
Because it was crazy then. It was crazy back in those days. So we'll get to that.
Back in the 20s.
Right. And
When it was swinging.
And of course, on the Jopra Show, it wouldn't be a week if I didn't talk about bad TV.
Oh, this is a good one.
Well, I told you so far, Lisa, about the Bachelor show. I mean, Eric, I've been right on point.
You have.
I've been telling you how I was going to get to the final three. I told you Desiree wasn't going to make it. She did.
She's a crazy brother.
Well, let me ask something. If your brother made it that you couldn't make the final three on The Bachelor, wouldn't you like to go get a bat or just do something to go
Take
back
him
and
out.
get him?
Nancy Kerrigan him?
I mean, I swear, as soon as I got dumped, I'd be on the phone in that limo.
You
Listen,
mean Tanya Harding.
where are
Tanya
you?
Harding, yeah.
Yes, where are
Tanya
you?
Harding. But didn't she do it to Nancy Kerrigan?
Because, I mean, she did
Exactly.
it. She did it all nice and stuff. Oh, it's okay. That's fine. He made him. I would have been going straight crazy. If that would have been a black woman, she would have had a knife out of her purse, and she would have been looking for her brother. Because
Yeah.
someone would have been getting cut that day. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, threatening to do, call him a player and stuff. And, and that's not really what happened. Because if you watch the next day on Tuesday, Sean sort of gave up really what went down, and they showed some video that him and his brother actually had a nice conversation.
So they edited the...
Yes, I think he got off his meds or something and then went straight crazy on Sean. And if I was Sean, I'd popped him in the mouth. Just, a little love tap. Take this from The Bachelor. What happened to you, man, at the bar? Oh, I got beat up by The Bachelor. That'd be embarrassing stuff. Right? So,
Maybe he'd get a TV show.
you know what? Don't be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I told you, man, Tyree, whatever her crazy name is, she's going to have a Bachelor show. And so that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah, that one that had all the shaking cold things.
Oh, no. Yeah, she's going to have a show.
crazy.
Don't worry. She'll be on The Apprentice or something crazy in the next couple of episodes. So that's
They
going to
want
happen.
something like that.
Right?
There's a little spice to them.
Right? But I got a couple questions, Lisa.
Oh, boy.
And Eric, about the Bachelor show. And my girl, Catherine, the Seattle girl. I love her.
She's
I love
good.
her. I love her. But I just can't figure out, how did she get to this spot? She's never been in the top three of anything he's like to do. She's nice, but he always has a few issues. She's okay. She's fun. She's jolly. But how'd she
She's
get the
really
top three?
quirky.
But how'd she sneak in? I think she just sort of snuck in by default.
Well, everybody else got all this drama and all the makeup and like big hair and everything. She's just kind of natural.
I don't know. And she's going to win it, Lisa.
Yeah.
And I still don't get that because, the other two girls are way ahead of her. They both got really fun families. They don't have any sisters thrown her on the bus like old Catherine did.
I know.
I tell you, man, angry people.
Those sisters
Angry
were angry. They're like,
people.
we thought that show was just going to be something like
Another
this.
situation where you need to go home and straighten your family out with a good old baseball bat. So, you know, that's all, you know.
Bat.
I don't think we want to recommend that.
So keep this in mind because, you know, next they got to go to Thailand and have these secret dates in the love room and stuff. And, you know, my boy.
So what really happens in the love room?
Well, my boy Sean, he's a virgin. So, you know, it's only
he's a
going to
born
get.
again virgin.
Born
isn't
again
he?
version or something like that. But it's only going to get to about third base, and then that's it. He's going to shut it down.
Peace out,
Now,
homies.
I'm going to give you something to
Yeah.
think about today on this show. Is that somebody's not going to like not having a sexual thing with him. And so, because they're not going to commit to marrying some dude if they haven't had intimate
Oh,
get
I
together,
wouldn't.
right?
No way.
So something's going to backfire. Someone's not going to show up at the altar.
Oh, one of the girls?
You heard it here. You've heard it here.
So
Someone is not coming to the altar on
well,
the
you've
Bachelor.
already said Catherine's going to win, so we know she's going to be there.
I think, Catherine, you watch out. Something's going to happen there. Something just don't make any sense.
It is weird that she's there because she's just kind of, she's like
Right.
the really under the radar, nothing really much.
Well, and also, I'll tell you this. My girl, Ashley, the 30-year-old, she's going to be the next Bachelorette. You've heard it here.
Oh, yeah.
Heard it here.
Yeah.
Well, coming up on the Jopra Show today, folks.
So we should get some Vegas things for you because you're running like 100% on all the other predictions you got.
You
what? I mean,
I'm on fire.
You are.
So
It's your year.
That's why when we talk later on about the James Beard Award and about the Oscar predictions, I'm going to let you know who's going to win these things.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm going to shock the world.
Shock the world.
Right?
I'm just glad we get the recap on the show so I don't have to watch this stuff. Follow along.
So we're going to go to a quick break here on the Jopra Show. Come back. We're going to talk with Volunteer Parks Cafe, chicken missing person, my girl named Ericka Burke. And we're going to break it down old school style on the Oprah, Jopra, Alternative Talk, Crazy Talk Show. This is Joe Janot. I'm on fire today. Bye-bye.
Advertising on The Jopra Show is a great and affordable way to have people stand up and take notice of your business. When you advertise with Jopra, you reach an audience that's smart, savvy, and is receptive to your message. For more information, email Joe at joprashow@gmail.com. That's joprashow@gmail.com. Wisdom Within is a new talk radio show featuring psychic medium and healer Lindsay Paul and animal intuitive and healer Shauna Fisher. From your lunch break to vacation, from your car to your kitchen, from despair to newfound awareness. Join this enthusiastic duo as they fearlessly tap into the depths of wisdom and help you soar to new heights by answering your ultimate questions. Get your weekly dose of spirituality with a kick of reality rolled into 1 hour. Thursdays at 1 p.m. Get out of your head and tune into your soul.
Every generation needs a voice, and on Mondays at 2 p.m. here on Alternative Talk 1150, Lewis Howard's show, Head of the House, is the voice for the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Head of the House brings education, insight, and information that brings health and healing to the challenges of managing your home, relationships, and your career. Tune in once and you will be hooked. That's Head of the House every Monday at 2 p.m. here on Alternative Talk 1150.
Tired of the insanity of other talk radio stations? Just click your radio knob and say there's no place like Alternative Talk 1150.
I'm Doug Clergett from Dollar Per Month Charities, and you're listening to The Jopra Show on Alternative Talk 1150.
Is this your music pick?
Welcome back to the Jopra Show. Joe Janot in studio. And, man, I'm doing the Harlem Shake. I mean, that song, I love that song. But, you know,
I haven't heard it in forever.
it was on the Jopra Spotify 4 months ago. I played it for my kids.
Yeah.
They love that song, but now it's gone crazy. Now people are doing the Harlem Shake on every YouTube channel you can find. Harlem Shake.
I like
Maybe we should Harlem Shake. Have Eric up
It
there.
sounds
with
like something you should see a doctor for.
Right?
Doctor, I've got a case of the Harlem Shake.
Shakes, right.
Is there anything you can give me for that?
You know, we got to do the Harlem Shake sometime.
Just stand up in the middle of the
Right?
studio and do
we
it.
could do it down at Volunteer Park Cafe.
Yeah, you should.
We could do that, right? Right?
Just do a stand up in the middle of the thing and turn the music to the hum and just stand
Just start
up.
them doing our thing.
Like
Only on the Jopra Show can you shake it like this. But if you just joined us today, folks, on the Jopra Show, you know, we got a great person in studio today. I mean, she's a self-taught cook. She's an all-school gardener. She's originally from the old school, my hood of Capitol Hill. She found a beautiful place down on a little corner there on Gaylor and 17th, and she opened up the Volunteer Park Cafe. She's the owner and chef extraordinaire, Ericka Burke. Ericka, good afternoon. Welcome to the Jopra Show.
Hi, Joe. Thank you.
How you doing, child?
I'm good.
Now, Eric, I got to go back a little bit before we talk about Volunteer Park Cafe to tell you a little bit. The old spot, the spot she has, used to be called Groucho's. It used to be an old grocery store. So Eric and I used to go down there and kick it. And this store was funny because it had a cranky old man who used to run the store. I mean, cranky. Like, you'd walk in the door, he'd like, Mr. Janot, how may I help you? You know, a tall, lengthy guy. And
Like,
he
wanted
would,
you out as
he
quick
would
as
scare you.
possible.
Oh, no, how much money do you have? Give it to him and run. And that used to be Groucho's. And we called it Groucho's. That was this grouchy old guy. And he had his wife, and she was very nice people. Very nice. But the good thing about Groucho's is you could actually, now this is way back. We're talking the 70s. My mom would fill out a list. Son, I need a quarter gallon of milk. I need some candy. I need a pack of Benson Hedges cigarettes and a 6-pack beer Miller for Dad. And she would sign her name on it, give me the money. I'd go to Groucho's, and Mr. Groucho, look, I'm 7 years old, 8 years old. I'd hand them the money on the list, and they would fill the bag up with the goods.
It's so funny.
They'd fill it up and hand you the bag. Tell your mom, have her good, hope she's feeling good. Put the change in the bag. Of course, right away, I took the change out of the bag, and I bought some more candy. Hey, there was a price for me to walk 2 blocks. And the thing of me, here I am, 7, 8 years old. I got cigarettes, beer. I'm walking by myself, and it's dark outside.
But you got your candy.
Only down at Groucho's. And I had my candy. You know those big Charleston bars the
Yeah.
size of your feet? Oh, I love those things.
They were like 5 cents.
5
right?
cents, right? I mean, I used to go down there. Did you not go to Groucho's?
Yes, I went to Groucho's.
See, so then we go 2007, you know, your people take you to this corner, and there you are, Volunteer Park Cafe. And right away, did you have like, oh my God, this is Groucho's? Or, I mean, what happened when you got there? What did you perceive? Like, no way? Or did you just fall in love with it? What put you there at the Volunteer Park Cafe on 17th and Gaylor?
Well, it was a process. The business that was there before was actually the ad. They were selling it. And it was on Craigslist. I said, let me go buy this place. And I was like, oh, duh, this is Groucho's. And I kind of walked away going, how could I make a restaurant work here? Like, my mind
Right.
was wrapped around like downtown location, next hip cool
Some
thing.
hip cool thing.
And this isn't hip or cool. And it is now, of course, because I'm there. But
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
But like maybe 6 weeks went by, and it was
Right.
like, ding, duh! It's this community restaurant.
People.
It's the hub. It's all
Right.
about community, and that's
Family,
what
kids.
led. Yeah, totally. Chickens. You know?
Chickens.
Right.
Right. and for those who don't know, I mean, you started way back. I mean, you're a self-taught chef. I mean, which is really crazy. You only did some culinary down in Napa at the CIA for like 6 months. Was that correct? And you opened up a spot in New York called Sweet Potato. I love the name, by the way.
Potato.
When I did the research and heard, I'm like, oh, dang, we got to open up a place like that called Sweet Potato. But tell me, I mean, so you went from Sweet Potato. You opened, what, 3 stores in Sweet Potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We started off with one.
Uh-huh.
I was 22, I think, or 23, and within 6 months, we had 3 locations. It was nuts.
It was nuts. And at the same time, you're trying to learn yourself how to cook in a
Right.
restaurant style and have 3 restaurants.
Right. Well, they were small. It was a small cafe. It was like right in the beginning of the 90s when like
The juice bars and
juicing and
all that go.
organics had kind of come on the rise, and no one else was really doing it.
Right.
So that kind of led me to where I am now in my philosophy in food. So
See? So you were ahead of your time.
I
You were
guess
sitting
so.
there like, I'm just banging out some natural this, natural that. I'm going to carry this for 20 more years until it becomes cool.
right. Watch out.
Watch out. So that's awesome. So then you come all the way to Seattle. You know, Carmelita's, a vegetarian restaurant. You knocked that out of the park. Mm-hmm. Oddfellows hold you for just a couple months. They couldn't keep it contained. You
No,
were
they
you were
couldn't.
too prime time.
That's
That was just a stop, just to have some flour and make it work. So then, boom, you open up Volunteer Park Cafe. The place goes straight crazy. You know, it's hours and hours waits to get in because it's just that popular, and the community just engulfed you. I mean, I'm at St. Joe's, sitting at church. Once a year Christmas visit. And I'm sitting there talking to one of my old
My once a year Christmas.
my old patrons, one of my parents' friends, and right away she's like, Joe, you're a restaurant guy. Have you been to the Volunteer Park Cafe? And that's all she wanted to talk about for 10 minutes. She goes, let's just go down there right now. We'll walk. I'm like, that's Capitol Hill for you. Let's just walk.
This is walk.
Yes. And so, I mean, right away, that was that quick how people were talking about it. I mean, it was amazing. And the food, it's off the chain. I mean, I almost think you're like sort of like, I don't want to categorize you as a chef. I mean, you can cook a lot of things, but it's like sort of homegrown, sort of, you know, I don't want to call it old school, but with a flair using freshness, you know, sustainable goods. I mean, you do a lot of stuff with farmers. Tell me about that whole concept. I mean, because I've seen where people just show up and bring you food. I mean, here, try this chicken, try these cheeses.
you establish relationships through the years, and Seattle chef community's pretty small and tight-knit. And, when we love a farmer that's doing a great thing, we share that information, and, you just keep on doing it every year. And, like around August, I'm so excited for Jerry to come in with his peaches from Eastern Washington.
Go ahead, Jerry.
But it's, it's all about supporting each other. We support them, they support us, and we're all good and happy.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, and it is food. I mean, you talk a lot about it. Everywhere I read about you. You said food community. That's just sort of the thing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's the backbone of the Volunteer Park Cafe, and also your thoughts. I mean, how is it? I mean, with the success. I mean, and also, you got a little one too. So I don't know how you do it all. It's impressive. Because, she's there night, day, afternoon, evenings, mornings, and she's also farming. Now, if you go to the back part of the Volunteer Park, she's got, in the backyard of the Volunteer Park Cafe, she's got like a little mini farm, right?
Like with animals or like with vegetables?
Yes.
Vegetables and chickens until someone decided.
Can you imagine? Someone stole your chickens?
Someone stole your chickens, like out of your chicken coop?
How many chickens?
Yes.
How many chickens do you have?
I have 0 now.
But did you have?
I had 6.
Someone stole your chickens.
Now, they didn't steal 6. One, unfortunately, passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then 4 got stolen, and they left 1. So we had to give the 1 away because chickens don't like to be lonely.
Right.
But not only did they steal the chickens, because normally you'd think, coyote,
Yeah.
raccoon.
Right.
No bloody mess. And 3 big galvanized buckets of feed were gone.
So they stole your chickens but didn't want to feed.
They took the feed, too.
I think we need to go around the neighborhood and just look.
I know,
Listen.
right?
Because someone old schooled you. Hey, come outside. Let's take a look at my new car. Grab the chickens. grab the chickens. But, that's awesome, though. You just don't see this.
No, it is. It's a really cool experience. It's kind of like, my dream to actually have a restaurant and be able to go out in the back and what are we cooking tonight? I don't know, guys, what's growing? And, just kind of walk through the garden in the afternoon before we open for dinner and sort of organically, come up with the menu for the evening. And it's very inspiring, and I'm really lucky to work with Amy Pennington, who manages the garden, has brought in a lot of things that I've never used before. So it's
still learning. Still learning.
After all these years.
See? Now, for all those who don't know, Volunteer Park Cafe is down on Gaylor, up on Capitol Hill. It's at 1501 17th Avenue East. Literally 2 blocks from where I grew up. It's
really
that
cute.
that is
It's really
that is my
cute in
little
there.
hood. So you got to go check it out. They're doing phenomenal food. They're only closed on Mondays.
That's right.
That's it. And then all through the week, Tuesday, lunch all day, dinner from 5:30 to 9 o'clock. And so you got to check it out. It's doing good stuff. So let's talk about food.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about the restaurant a little bit. Wild boar chili. If that's not speaking Jopra's language, I don't know what is. I love that. Talk to me about the wild boar chili. Oh, my goodness.
Well, it's a wintertime specialty that we do just in the colder months. It is good.
And cornbread?
Cornbread.
What you know about cornbread, Ericka?
I don't know, just a thing or two.
All right. And I heard there's a big chili cook-off going down with Ethan Stoll's place here in a little bit. Are you in that contest this Sunday?
I am not, but I should have been, right? Let's
should.
call Ethan.
You call Ethan. You need to talk to your PR people.
I do.
You need to get that straightened out. You need to get that straightened out.
Someone's not doing their job.
Someone,
sounds like.
how can the wild boar chili not be in this cook-off? I bet you Mike's chili's there. I bet you old Mike's chili there. Okay. Well, we're just gonna leave that straight. That's just something for you two to work out.
Okay.
All right.
We'll be working on it.
But but I like cool things. Like she has chicken pot pie. Now you just don't see that anymore, and I love. Maybe I'm sort of old school that way. I love chicken pot pie.
Well, I think what you said earlier about me being old school. I think definitely when I opened Volunteer Park Cafe, I just thought about the foods that I like to eat, the foods I like to cook for the people I love, and I'm not trying to recreate the wheel. Like, somebody else can do that. I just want to do what feels good and, throw in a little spin or so. But that's the food to me that's sustainable, not just because it's from a great farm, but it's sustaining us. It's building community and brings us together.
Nice. That's what it's all about, because it's that family fare you got going on down there, And then when you go to have dinner, though, there's the dish that I got problems with. Today when I was at my barbershop, hanging out with my boy Paul Gray's up on Madrona, him and Eric Clark, they were cutting up my fro. I had a fro going on, So my wife told me, she said, cut the hair or move out. That's how my wife works.
Tight now.
We were talking, and I said, look, they do this cafe beef brisket. And Ericka, cafe beef brisket with my favorite, polenta, greens, and then a red demi-glaze. Is that not love?
My mouth's watering.
See? Let's talk about this. Greens. What kind of greens we're using?
Depending on what's in season, kale, chards,
And the brisket, are you just slow cooking it? Do you just break it all the way down?
We sear it really high heat just to seal in those juices. You like how I snap
it. Come on, Ericka. Let's start dancing.
And then we braise it in the oven for like 4 or 5 hours. So it's just tender.
Ooh.
And that's an item that's been on the menu since the very beginning. And I tried to take it off one summer because I'm like, who wants to eat this when it's hot outside? Eat some fish. Nope. They were mad at me.
Of course they were. The community, they were at church. We would like to have a moment, please, to talk about Volunteer Park Cafe.
Where's the braise?
Where's the beef brisket? Well, that's okay. That tells you a story, man. People love the food. They love the food. Well, and then you go even a step further. Like, you're not busy enough with other things. This whole supper thing. Family supper. Once a month, we get together and have a get down.
That's right. Get down with the get down.
Right. And so it's once a month you do family supper. It's a 3 courses, $40 per person, which I think is a phenomenal price. Have a little wine, hang out down in the community. So tell me about this. Where'd that all come from? Is it just what the community asking for? Is it sort of something from being a Capitol Hill girl and living in the hood and being with family? What?
Well, it's some of those things, but it really started off with, we used to do, when we still do, wine dinners, beer dinners, things like that. And just for execution, we started doing more platters of food and past platters just because our kitchen is teeny. And we found that we were really good at it. And I started buying all kinds of really cool vessels, essentially, for food, old antique pieces. And I was like, this is really fun. And I just, from standing in the kitchen and watching people pass platters of food to one another, I was like, ding, this is what this is all about. This is bringing strangers together who may normally not have a reason to spend time with each other. It breaks it all down. At the human level, we're just human. We need to eat, and we're sharing. And I think that has sort of gone away. We're cell phones, we're eating in the car, we're texting instead of talking, and this just really brings people together. And that's sort of the inspiration. And we do it on Sunday nights once a month. So the idea is it's at 6 o'clock. It's early. You don't have to think about feeding your family. Just come on down, and you're going to be taken care of, and you'll probably meet a new friend.
That's what I like about it. You got those coming up. You got another one coming up March 24th, and then April 21st is the one after that. And then you're doing something with Miss Pennington we got to talk about.
Let's talk.
Come on, let's talk about that. You're having the big garden dinner series coming.
The Chef and the Gardener.
Chef and the Gardener. I sort of like this. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it was going to be the gardener and the chef, and I was like, no, it's got to be the chef and the gardener.
Right?
No, I'm just kidding. Well, we did one dinner last year that basically Amy and I thought, wouldn't this be fun? Let's go work together, find cool stuff in the garden that we're growing. And there's kind of an educational component to it. We can talk to our guests about gardening and preserving, and then actually prepare the food. And so it's sort of a collaborative effort between Amy and I. She's going to be like, okay, in July or whatever the month might be, zucchinis are going to be in seasons. What do you think, Ericka? What do you want to make? And she really broadened my mind last time we did this. She said, it would be really cool to do something with squash leaves. And I was like, what the heck am I going to do with squash leaf?
Right.
And she was like, do this inferno thing, like do this gratin, and you cover it with the leaf, and it seals in all the juices. And it's so great to think about using everything.
Right.
And I think that's a great learning tool for the guests that come, because so often we're going for the best cut of blah, blah, blah. But what about the rest? Or what about, all the leftover green tomatoes in your garden? Char them, make a salsa.
What do you do with it?
It pushes us to really think about what we're doing.
I like it. And that's going to come up in June. June 11th is going to be the first audition of the series with you and you and Pennington. And she can also have her book there. So you get a copy of her book, The Apartment Gardening and Urban Pantry. So she'll be doing things. And I like the flow. Go out, sit in the garden, come in the restaurant, mingle a little bit, and then just get down.
And every time we're going to do like a fun signature wine-based cocktail.
Okay.
So if it's raspberries from the garden or, I don't know, it could be lavender, it could be,
You know who you got to tap into, man.
Yeah.
Go get my boy over at Bastille, Eric Carlson, the king of cocktails.
All right.
He's the guy. And, I think your PR people know him, so you guys should make that work. You see what I'm saying? I'm throwing that out there. Well, this has been awesome. It's awesome. So, if you're going to go out to eat, just by yourself, or if you want to do a family get-together, the Volunteer Park Cafe, I got to say, is the spot. And it's in lunch, breakfast, dinner. It's just good old home cooking, family attitude, community vibe, and kid-friendly. People need to know that. It's hard to say that nowadays. It's hard to say that, and I got a lot of children, so I need to know my spots. I'm just trying to catch Sean Kemp. That boy's got a few more on me, so I'll get there. Well, Ericka, I can't say enough. Thank you very much for coming on today. We want to have you stay with us. We're going to talk about the Oscars coming up.
All right.
So I'll get you some shots on the Oscars, and then we're going to talk about the James Beard Awards.
Oh, cool.
Or excuse me, the semi-final nominations.
Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit about that towards the end, so stay with us.
I will.
We're going to go to the break here on the Jopra Show on Alternative Talk Radio. This is the Jopra Show. I'm Joe Janot. I'll be right back.
Leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg, plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me.
If you like the Jopra Show and all its no excuses truth,
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
you need to follow Jopra on Facebook. Just search for the Jopra Show, and on Twitter, it's @Jopra Show. We'll keep you up to date with the latest and greatest about what's coming up on the show, public appearances, and everything that is Jopra approved. Jopra approved.
Is that why you were here?
Want a faster metabolism? Desperate for more energy throughout the day? Food is our most powerful medicine, and on Passionate Nutrition Radio, I'll answer your burning nutrition questions and offer real solutions for your family. On Passionate Nutrition Radio, you'll learn how to transform how you look and feel with the foods that you eat. My name is Jennifer Adler, and I'm a nutritionist, chef, and founder of Passionate Nutrition, a nutrition practice with 6 locations throughout the greater Puget Sound area. Join me on Passionate Nutrition Radio for a weekly serving of nutrition wisdom. Learn more at passionatenutrition.com.
That's Passionate Nutrition every Friday at noon.
If you love dogs, tune in to The Dog Show with Julie Forbes, live every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. We'll talk about everything dog and interview authors, experts, and amazing organizations, both locally and nationally. And don't even get me started on the pet food industry. I'm Julie Forbes. Find us online at www.dogradioshow.com and also as a free podcast on iTunes. The Dog Show with Julie Forbes, an evolved perspective on life with dogs.
Body, mind, and spirit. Alternative Talk 1150 covers it all.
I'm Jesse Nelson from Conduit Coffee. You're listening to the Jopra Show on Alternative Talk.
Welcome back to the Jopra Show. A little Temptations here. I mean, that's the kind of song that I just thought that, in the big show when they're in the kitchen cooking, that's how they go down at Volunteer Park Cafe. They put on a little Temptations, and they start getting their dance on, and Erica's up on top of the table doing her arms thing, getting it worked up.
Sipping on their wine.
Oh, yes.
We got some of that old school going on that we talked about when we were kids hanging out at Groucho's.
I think that's what, that's what I feel would be happening down at the Volunteer Park Cafe. Just that whole vibe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a great spot. People got to check that out. And Ericka, she's sweet, and she works, Jack. You go down there, she is working. She's cracking the whip and beating people up. I love it.
Oh,
in a good way. In a good way. In a good way. Love. Well, welcome back to the Jopra Show. Lisa.
Hi.
It's time to get serious.
I'm
Eric,
excited.
We're going to talk about the Oscars.
Yeah.
Now, it's coming up.
Are you doing it?
Welcome to the Oscar predictions. This is Jopra speaking. Today in the Oscar world.
When is Jopra going to host the Oscars?
It's coming. Ryan Seacrest and Jopra hosting.
They can have Billy Crystal do it every year.
Yeah, you can. It's Seth MacFarlane. MacFarlane. What has he done?
What has he done?
Just joking.
I almost hit you right there.
He's a busy guy.
He is a busy guy.
Other than be really funny and sexy?
No, he is a sexy guy.
Oh, yes, he is.
Not really. But yes,
he is. He's like dorky sexy.
He's cute.
He's dorky sexy.
Ericka, cute?
He's not like workout sexy. He's like dorky, good personality sexy.
I think he's cute. That's about as far as it goes. He's not sexy. No, is he really a sex symbol?
He's not a sex symbol, but there's something about him that's sexy. I like his
Channing
smile.
Tatum,
I like
sex symbol.
Ugh.
What do you mean?
I don't like him at all.
Okay.
Sexy's relative, it's relative to each of us.
Okay.
Sexy is in the eye or something else of the beholder. So
Okay, well, however you want to look at this. Ben Affleck, I think, is sexy.
Ben Affleck is.
Okay.
Except without the beard. He can't. Ben Affleck
I
is
like
not.
him with the beard. It's a little masculine.
Get stuff caught in there.
His wife said she likes the beard.
the cookie duster.
Yeah.
wife told me she likes the beard. So,
Yeah.
We can go from there.
Right. We all have
But
our
here in the
things.
Oscar predictions of the Jopra show today, I didn't want to be of the norm and say he's going to win, she's going to win, because it's sort of sad. By the time you get to the Oscars, it's like the Super Bowl's been played 4 times already. I mean, you got the Screen Oscar Guild, you got the Emmy Awards. I mean, there's a lot of awards to build up to the Oscars, and the same people keep winning them over and over. I mean, I think the Oscars should go first. Well, because then we'd all pay attention, because I hate to say it. If you go online, look at odds, you go to the sports books, they all predict the same people. And 99.9% of the time, they win. I mean, when's the last time you went to watch the Oscars and there was like a shocker, like, oh my God, what happened there? I mean, remember, it's pretty set. I mean, I could go down the list. Outside of the Best Supporting Actor, that's the only close race in the whole group. And so, and I'm not even going to talk about that today because that's for another week. But let's go down the list. Let me just bring up a few things. Best Actress. You got the Silver Lining Playbook. You got my girl there, Jennifer Lawrence. H.A., from the Hunger Games.
I love her.
She's really great.
I love her. That movie's great too.
And everybody else is just sort of, Anne Hathaway.
I don't want to listen to her again.
Anne Hathaway at Les Miserables was really good. I liked the short hair. You got to do something drastic to win an Oscar, so she cut her hair off. I
like that they spelled her name wrong at the last place she was.
Right? I'm planning to turn white, and then I'm going to do a movie, so I'm going to win my Oscar. So, but you have to do something drastic. Lose weight. Be naked, do an old German war movie, or go gay. You win an Oscar.
All right.
Right? So, I mean, I thought Anne Hathaway in Les Miserables was great. I love musicals. I thought she's really good. But, Jennifer Lawrence has been delivering 2 movies back-to-back, and she's done really good. So, I like her winning Best Actress. Eric?
I think it's going to be Sally Field because I think, she's been around for a long, long time.
In Lincoln.
And, she was in Lincoln, and she was great in Lincoln, but I think she hasn't had an opportunity to do any Oscar caliber work in the past, but the Academy wants something to give to, an actress that's been around for a long time. I think
like
this
her.
is her chance. So I think it's timing.
I think it is timing, and that could be a great call.
See, that would be a good one of your knock out of the woods.
Oh, don't worry, I got a couple.
Oh,
I got a couple.
Sorry.
So we'll find
out.
Lisa, what did you think?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Okay.
Let's switch to Best Actor then. Since I like that call, Sally Fields. That's a good long ball. I like that call. So Best Actor. Best Actor was very interesting to me because, once you saw Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln, right away everyone just hands down said it's over. Just put an Oscar in his arms. We're done. But the guy wins every time he goes on screen. After a while, it's like if Michael Jordan played every day, he should win an MVP. That sort of stopped after his third. You just sort of expectation level. Robert De Niro, every time he does a movie, it's great, but does he win an Oscar every time? I'm not quite sure why Daniel Day-Lewis. Yes, he was good with the makeup and the walk and his voice overtures. I thought he was really good. But my thought was as Hugh Jackman, I thought should win. He plays monster roles turns into a werewolf, and then the next day he's doing a sing-on in Les Miserables. But I like the versatility. I liked him to get out of the box and do something where he had to practice. He had voice people helping him try to sing.
He said he was working on it for like 2 years.
Yes, no, he spent time to do this.
So they knew a long time ago that they wanted him.
I'm going to give you this. I'll give you, that's my play, is that Hugh's going to shock people, and Daniel Day-Lewis will not win the Lincoln. Now, it's 99.9% that Daniel Day-Lewis will win, but there could be a surprise there.
So Bradley Cooper and who else was up?
Bradley Cooper's good and Silver Lining, but he won't get it.
No, he won't. It's not a very powerful role.
No, it's good. It's cute, but he's not.
It's a regular Bradley Cooper role.
Right. So Eric, you got a surprise for me, or do you like that same movie with Daniel Day-Lewis?
I think it's got to be Daniel Day-Lewis as Lincoln because he was just incredible, and he's an amazing actor. So I give it to him. I think the safe bets are on him.
Right.
And I got to make a correction because I didn't realize this, but Sally Field is nominated in a actress in a supporting role
actress, right.
rather than lead actress.
I got you.
I would agree with you on your pick for Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence, all right. Well, good. I mean, we're all on the same page here so far.
Yeah.
No shockers. Well, let's go about Best Director. I mean, director's interesting. I mean, Steven Spielberg for Lincoln, yes. I mean, but every time Steven does a movie,
he's up there.
He's up there. He hasn't won a lot.
He
I mean, he's
hasn't
only
won
won a couple.
much.
So, I mean, is it Lincoln all the way? Ooh, I don't know.
What were the other movies?
Well,
you had
For directing, you've got Michael Haneke for Amour. You've got first-time director Ben Zitlin, I hope I'm saying that right, for Beasts of the Southern Wild. Ang Lee for Life of Pi. Steven Spielberg for Lincoln. And David O. Russell for Silver Linings Playbook.
Now, and here's the thing. Here's the shocker of the whole thing. And people don't know that Argo's Ben Affleck is not there.
Yeah.
And he's going to be the only guy to win the Emmys, SAG Awards, and not be up for an Oscar. It's never happened in the history of all of this.
Really?
Nope.
Wow.
Never have. So
That's interesting.
So Steven Spielberg will win because there's no Argo in the play. Ben Affleck should win.
I think they
and
got
people
Life of Pi.
were gonna shock and get the word out about Ben Affleck.
Oh, yeah.
But I tell you this, I think Life of Pi and Ang Lee is
Yeah.
gonna be the shocker.
I think that's the shocker. That's where I'm going.
Big dog?
That's me.
Eric?
Yeah, I think you might be onto something there.
Uh-oh. That's twice. That's twice. All right, so we're moving through it.
We're on our way.
So best movie. Best movie to me has always been very interesting because it seems like the best movies isn't the best movie all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I just sometimes Color Purple.
They're just the big, they're the big movies.
Can we still keep talking about it? But I think this is Ben Affleck is going to get his this time.
Yeah.
Because since he got railed on the best director, they're going to give it to him for best movie. And I saw the movie.
The makeup award.
Argo was great.
Argo's a great movie.
And it's intense. Great drama, great writing. It's an intense. I can't have my mom watch it. She's 80 years old. She wouldn't make it halfway. Turn it off. Too intense for me. Too intense.
The whole thing is they went and got actors that look like the original people. I mean,
Yes.
they put a lot of time and
they did.
everything into this movie.
Have you seen a movie in 20 years yet, Ericka?
That's about the only one that I have seen.
Right.
Hello, Restaurant 3-Year-Old.
Restaurant, yes.
Not a lot of time for
No,
the movie.
no. But I mean, I thought Argo was really good. I don't know if I have a better movie. I mean, I think Lincoln was really good, but I mean, and Django is cute.
Did you see it?
I think if Django came out another year, I think it would do really well.
Yeah.
The D is silent.
Yeah, Django.
That's right.
Yeah.
Django, and Jamie Foxx was good in it, but there's just too much stuff going on.
Yeah.
Too much stuff going on. But
I
I mean,
like
I think they're going to get
Tarantino
original
movies.
screenplay for that. And Terrence is my man.
I
don't
love
know why he
Tarantino
always
movies.
his movies always go down in history as one of the great movies, but he's never up for any Oscars. He kinda-
Violence.
something like that. So okay, so best movie then. It's simple. I guess
Argo.
it's Argo.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, I think Lincoln is actually
You
going
think
to win
Lincoln?
Best
You think
Picture.
Lincoln?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or I also think there's a small chance of an upset, and Beasts of the Southern Wild might just swoop in and take it because they tend to go with like the big movie, like they sometimes go with like a Titanic, but sometimes they go with like the weird one in there that you didn't expect to take. And I think Beasts of the Southern Wild. I think Argo is just a little too down the middle for the
for the Oscar people,
the Academy to pick. Yeah,
I would love to see them get out and go somewhere different. That would be fun to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, since Ben didn't get a chance to be director, I think that it is what it is.
It's got the makeup award.
Payback, yeah.
Yeah.
Much love award. Okay, so we get to the Oscars. We're all,
We're all
on course
dressed
here.
up.
Yes, we're all
looking
dressed up and
good
everything.
For the red carpet.
And so, Lisa,
Yeah.
if I had my model Jose Cuervo and
yeah.
I was about to go out that night in my nice suit,
Yeah.
right? My wife's dressed up, kids are angry, and we're leaving the house. Where Oscar party am I going to?
In Seattle?
Yes, no, Guam.
No, where it's
Lisa.
Oscars are in L.A. There are no
Guam.
places in L.A. to go.
Guam. I want to go to Guam, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And then you didn't make my coffee.
Maybe Capitol Hill? Where am I going for the Oscar party, Lisa? Give me a spot.
I'm going to Hotel 1000.
Oh, at Boca?
Yeah.
They're having what's going on?
They're doing a big party, red carpet thing, $65, free valet parking, free complimentary champagne all night, 2 drink tickets, food and desserts all night. You get a swag bag worth of $200.
Oh,
And-
Ericka, this got our name
Yeah.
all over it. Open bar.
Yeah.
And a
Open
swag bag.
champagne.
And a swag bag. Open champagne.
Yeah.
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Bring your PR person. She likes bubbles. That's right. So, you know.
And you get a swag bag.
And a swag bag.
$200.
Eric, you think you get a hall pass to come to Seattle? We go to the swag party?
Free valet
I'd be
parking.
down for that for sure.
Yes, see? And we can bring my UW car.
Nice.
Can we get this
See?
thing rolling?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rolling. That's a good
Park
party.
it right, yeah.
Boca 1000. I like that hotel.
Boca 1000. It's beautiful in there. They got all those nice fireplaces.
Yeah, they got that
and
big circular
everything.
fire.
Yeah.
You know, I threw a New Year's Eve party there about 5 years ago.
Yeah?
When they first opened. Jopra style. It was
Jopra
great. It was
style.
good. We did the Harlem Shake before it was even shaking. It was awesome. So good. That's awesome.
So, yeah. That's
And
probably,
can you buy tickets online? Or
You can buy online, and
All right.
you can buy the night of event. When I was on there today, they still had tickets available.
Okay. Those
So,
are good.
Yeah.
I like that. Good call. Good call, Lisa. You go, girl.
Thanks.
There you go, Lisa.
Two
Go,
snaps.
Lisa. That's it. 2 snaps, right? Right, Erica? Okay. Moving on today, folks. If you hadn't seen it yet, the James Beard semifinalist nominations came out, and big stuff local.
Big. Yeah, there's
Big
a lot of
names,
locals
big
on there.
people going on, and I had to talk a little bit about it. And Erica, you know, they had a new section this year about, or they had it last year, and it's not Gain Low Power, but Best Bar program.
I liked that.
I thought it was a good add-on. I mean,
I think so too. I mean, we're focusing a lot on
drinks are big right now.
handcrafted drinks.
Right?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I've been putting Chablis in a glass for years. I don't figure out why that's
next year.
When I called Eric Carlson, I said, could you give me the recipe for Chablis in a glass? He sent me like 9 steps to put Chablis in a glass with a twist. So, I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, Best Bar. Who's the Best Bar program in Seattle? Who would you say? Best
Again,
Bar.
I own a restaurant.
Right.
And I have a 3-year-old.
Sure.
I can't answer.
Just one night every 2 months that you go out for a cocktail, where would you go? Probably like right down the street. You know, I mean, it's interesting who they came up with. But I can see this doing well. I'll tell you who they have. They put down Cannon as a semifinalist nomination.
Cannon's like one of my favorites.
Well, they just finished third in the top bars in the world.
In the world?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think this is a hands down. If Cannon does not win this, how do you win it? And then what bar is better than Cannon? I mean, that's just like a liquor store where they pour from.
Yeah, that
Right?
bar is amazing.
And then you know
Like,
what? They have really good food down there.
They do.
They have really good
And the
food.
bartenders are fun.
Right.
They're actually like, they talk and they interact with you. You don't realize, because it is
Well,
a
'cause
craft
they're-
bar.
They're
You
spending
don't
an hour.
realize.
They're spending an hour to make that drink. They
That's why
gotta
you
talk
don't
to you.
realize it, because like they're interacting with you and you're having fun when you're there, and like the bar is short, so you hear everybody else's conversation
yes.
too.
That's why I was in the corner
I
with,
like
my
that.
little, with my little light. Well, I think that's a good call. Let's talk more. Outstanding chef Maria Hines is in play
Yes.
again. I think it's a nice move. I mean, I think how many years do you have to do this until you get on the list? That's what I'm wondering. I mean, because my girl Ericka Burke, it's got to be in play here soon. I call my people in New York. We'll make that work.
Oh, thank you.
Outstanding pastry chef, my boy from Bakery Nouveau.
Oh, I love
William.
that place.
Now,
When I lived in West Seattle,
once
I was there
again,
all the time.
is there a better
Too many
bakery
pounds.
around? I mean, how does he? If he loses, wouldn't you be mad? I just won the World Championships 4 years ago. People, hello, I'm the Michael Jordan of sugar.
Yeah.
How do you
That
lose?
place is amazing.
If he loses, he's going to get a bat too. I'm telling you, that's how it go crazy.
We
then-
better watch the supplies of bats in the
and he's a
city.
good guy too. He's a good guy. Here's another category: outstanding restaurant canless. They're due soon. They seem to be up for this award like all the time. It'd be good for the family. Is it the best restaurant in Seattle to be up for this? I go back and forth, but that's more of like a old school move, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe. Outstanding restaurateur John Howie. I think John Howie's a really good
They got
restaurant guy.
fried bacon there.
Right. I mean, John Howie does a good job. Nothing out of control. I mean, but he's got a lot of
It's
good concepts. They do
consistent.
well. And, there's some other people I'd be interested to talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you this, James Wyman, after doing Von Trapp's, I don't know if you're going to be able to ignore him much longer.
Yeah, no.
He's going to make John Howie look like a peanut here soon because, well,
He's just on the roll, and he's got a bunch of
He's
stuff
got-
coming up
he's
next
got more-
spring, and
he's got more.
ridiculous.
He's got more ideas than sing-along songs. I
Yeah.
mean, he's like
he's got
he's like a karaoke machine. You just put a quarter in him, and boom, a concert pops up. So I mean, that's how it goes. And then outstanding service, Cafe Juanita, which I've been there a couple times, and the service is phenomenal.
It is.
The food's great, and the service is really good. And service is important to the Jopra, because when I'm gonna go spend that big money, I want someone to keep my cocktail full. It's not that hard, is it? Why is that so hard sometimes? But here's the big part I wanted to talk about today in the James Beard thing. At least I got these things. I mean, the best chef Northwest Vote. This is interesting to me, and Eric, I want to hear your thoughts on this. So here's some names: Nathan Lockwood from Otura, my boy Ethan Stoll, Jason Stratton from Spinanzi, and then Rachel and her husband Sherry from Jolie. Those are 4 big names. I mean, that is not an easy slouch group to play with. I mean, Ethan has been in this running for a while. I mean, I hate to say it, he's due.
He's due.
He's due. But if there was a sleeper, Ericka, would there be a sleeper if it wasn't Ethan Stoll that you think? Would it be Nathan
Renee in there too? Renee Erickson from Walrus and Camper and Whale. And is she in there?
She's up for
She is.
Yeah,
she's up there for that, but I think she's still a long ways. Now, I should say a long way, but she'll probably be in the next couple rounds.
Yeah.
I believe. Maybe. But she's been doing it for a long time. Would you consider her a sleeper?
Her name's all over with Walrus and Carpenter.
Right.
Every magazine
And
you
Wales
open up.
She's
win?
just in
Everywhere.
Food and Wine.
Yeah.
Front page.
She's hot.
20 top restaurants.
So she's
to
hot
watch.
then.
Yeah.
Will she be the sleeper? Because Ethan doesn't want sleepers anymore. He wants to lock this up.
I don't.
Ericka's her sleeper. Give me one. You know all these people. These are family to you. You guys hang out and get some bone marrow out and sit there and drink some red wine.
Bone marrow. Give me my bone marrow.
Give me
back.
bone marrow. Come on.
I'm not sure.
I ain't sure.
Well, best luck to Ethan. I think it's time for him, and I think he's got some amazing concepts.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan, I think, is an extremely talented chef and also deserves it. Renee's got some talent. So I don't know, man. It's
a tough one.
Yeah.
I think this is the tough one. But I think Ethan's been there now multiple times. So I got to think that the people, the powers of the James Beard will probably just finally just throw the hook and ladder his way. I mean, you can only say no to the soap opera so long. He's got to get an award. Right?
Yeah. I think it's coming.
I think it's time. But I tell you, Nathan and Renee and Rachel and Suri, these people are cutting edge. They're doing some great stuff. So we can't ignore that. We're blessed to have this all in our city. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, these are some big names. So, I mean, those are some ideas about the James Beard. I said,
I'm hungry.
Are you hungry?
I'm hungry.
Well, we got cookies here. We got
I
cookies.
know. I had some cookies. They're so good.
So, here at the Jopra Show, I haven't put you too much on the spot today, Ericka. Not too bad. You've been doing very well. Lisa, the Oscars and everything's been going well. But, there's a lot of things happening also. There's more in the way. I mean, this week, what's going on? There's some cool stuff coming up. And I just wanted to talk about it because I know sometimes I just sort of forget about how cool things are happening in Seattle. But I needed some music to set the tone about what's going on. Just something just to tell people what's going on. Only on the Jopra Show.
What's going on?
See, you got to have this kind of stuff where people just want to know what's going on. So, today I did some research. And the one thing I want to do is I want to go taste some whiskey. So, Lisa says, well, you're speaking my language. I'm going to the hopscotch.
Yes, I am.
And so, Lisa, tell me, with your mother, Jose Cuervo.
with my mom, Jose Cuervo, going to the hopscotch.
Going to the hopscotch. Tell me about the hopscotch. What is going on?
It's whiskey and beer tasting out in Fremont, the Fremont Hopscotch Beer and Whiskey Festival. So there's 25 different whiskeys and scotches. They have the whole Glenlivet family. They have the Fremont Mischief, Woodinville whiskeys, and you can try over 50 different breweries are going to be there. They have food. It's $45 to get in. If you want to get the 7 free beer samples and 6 whiskey samples. So that's a lot for $45. That's a lot of stuff.
Ericka, if we
I don't know if I can wear
Can we do the
heels.
hopscotch at your place? Like, just have a garden and we could just bring a distillery and brew up some, whiskey? I mean, what spirit could be brewed in the backyard at the Volunteer Park Cafe since there's no chickens anymore?
You're going to get me in trouble.
What kind of distillery could we put back there to just brew things up and have a contest with?
We could make some ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
Oh, I like ginger beer.
Go ahead,
They have
ginger
a new
beer.
alcoholic ginger beer.
Yes, there's a new ginger beer place up on
it's
Capitol
really
Hill,
good.
too. So we can make some ginger beer. I like that. Good call. So the hopscotch is happening this weekend. It's gonna-
Hopscotch.
big.
Yeah.
It's going to be packed. Lots
It
of
is.
people. And it's going on Friday and Saturday, right?
Friday and Saturday, 11 to, I think it's 5 to 2 today and 11 to 2 tomorrow. And then there's also a whiskey.
You mean Friday and Saturday, right?
Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I got ahead of myself.
Come on, break it down.
And then you can also do a whiskey luncheon. You can actually have lunch with some of the master distillers and stuff on Saturday.
See, that's what I'd like to go
A
to.
whiskey lunch?
Yeah.
The day is done.
It's over.
It's at like
Could you
1,
imagine?
2. So it's
Eric and I would just be eating and
Eating
drinking.
a big nap after that one.
Lisa and Erica would be on top of the stools. Woo!
Get
Let's go get in our
done.
UW car and drive. You know, so I
Do
mean,
the Harlem Shake.
Get the Harlem Shake on. That's what we could do with the hopscotch. Harlem Shake. Two snaps,
Harlem
ladies and
Snap.
gentlemen, on the Jopra Show. 2 snaps. So, but then there's more going on. Sunday, you got the Seattle Wine and Food Experience.
See, that's fun too. It's just during the day though, right? 12 to 5.
Well, it's interesting. One, it's Sunday. It's 12 to 5, and it's not long to have an event. I mean, try to drink wine for 5 hours. That just warms you up. That's just sort of a get together.
Then you really go home. Then you're power through the night. Then
Then you walk
going.
up. Then you take the Uber up to Gaylor and 17th, and get out some beef brisket and get
some
physical,
dinner.
right? Get physical. But that's going on. That's on Sunday the 23rd, 12 to 5, $55 for a ticket. I think it'd be a good little event. I like that event. I'm going to try to get to one of these. I'm going to be out of town shucking oysters all weekend, but I'm going to try to get to one of these, right? Does that sound good? But then I was also thinking about, videos. Now, I'm an old school guy. I'm an old school video gamer. And so I found out down
What's
the
your
EMP.
game?
Back in the day, I owned Pac-Man.
I was like Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Galaga, Miss Donkey Kong, Mr.
There's a
Donkey
Miss
Kong.
Donkey Kong?
Ms. Pac-Man.
Gay Pac-Man. I mean, I owned it all. I owned it.
Gay Pac-Man.
Gay
Qbert?
Pac-Man.
What about Qbert?
Kubert, Defender, Stargate, Pimp.
What's
Asteroids.
that on the Galaga?
See, I
Is
didn't
that
have a
one?
handheld iPad. I didn't have things where I could sit at home all day and play Xbox. I mean, I had Atari 10. That's what I had.
With the big cassettes where you had to like shove it
It wasn't
in the
even at
system?
64. I mean, I had to drive a truck out to plug it into my TV. But down at the EMP, they're having this cool thing. It's called The Art of Video Games. It explores 40 years of visual effects, creative storytelling, technology. They're going to have over 80 games there. Wow. I may not leave if I show up there. Because I know I could go upstairs, get a beer, go back down, and keep it rolling. See, the bad thing would be is my old school, I'd throw it with a roll of quarters and line them up on the crest so no one could actually take the game. So, I mean, that
Get
would be
out the
fun.
way.
If you weren't doing anything, I mean, I was telling my boys, I go, we should go do this. Just video up. So
That would
they're
be
gonna-
fun.
It's going to be a good thing. It's down at the EMP, so check it out. Go into EMPlive and .com, and they'll have all the information for you. So that'd be fun. But with all this day stuff and wine drinking, sometimes don't you just need some soul? So I was thinking, I'd love to go out this weekend. I would go dancing. You know, if Ericka, her PR people let her out of the house, get her a babysitter, you know, we have the UW car come by, pick us up. Beep, 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 beep. Let's go. And then we got to go down. And there's this cool lady down at the Highway 99. Her name is Karen Lovely and her band. And she gets down. This woman, gets down. And so she's playing Saturday night down at Highway 99. Get some tickets. Go check her out. I even put her up on my Facebook
Maybe
page
I'll go
today.
there after the whiskey, the hopscotch.
Hopscotch, go there because
Oh,
she's
hop
really
shop.
get down.
she's going to get soulful. It starts at 8 p.m.
Oh, that's
And
perfect.
you can go to highway99s.com and go get tickets you need or get them at the door. And it's going to be a really cool event. And it's good music. I mean, Seattle, sometimes we lose a little bit of the music love around here, but there's some talented people that come through here. And also who do live here. So that's definitely a good play for us this weekend. So, there you go. Some things to do, I mean, as my boy Eric would like to play for me, what's going on? That's what's going on. Eric, in closing in the last 30 seconds, give me a song so we could just walk out the door. I can tell my people how we're going to finish up here.
All
But
right.
but first and foremost, I want to thank everybody, though, from Ericka Burke from Volunteer Park on my right, Lisa Martin on my left. Thank you, Lisa, for a good show.
Thank you.
My people from University of Washington, thank you so much for joining us today. They're in secret. I keep them undercover. They are here with the president. We're doing an undercover move for the PR company for Ericka Burke. Ericka, get your people to get you in the chili contest. It's an outrage that the wild boar is not there.
All right.
This is Joe Janot from the Jopra Show. It's a great day. I'm leaving town to shuck oysters. And please, if you hear a black man is missing in Hood Canal, that's me. Eric Ryder, thank you for your time today, man. You're the best. Lisa Martin, this is the Jopra Show. Joe Janot in the house. Have a good weekend, and y'all take care.